This is Mark Wells, and this is the Brazil Report for My People. In this edition of For My People, I continue my ongoing study of how African American images affect other African descendant populations. Today, I investigate how the life, career, and death of one of the world's greatest entertainers, Michael Jackson, was seen in Brazil. As in the United States and the rest of the world, the news of Jackson's death also sent shockwaves through Brazil. During my first trip to Brazil in September of 2000, a persistent question that black Brazilians asked me was, what do black Americans think of Michael Jackson? I must have heard this question more than 20 times. I think Jackson's visual transformation was even more perplexing in a country like Brazil, where the national ideology of elites has been embranquecimento, which means whitening. The idea is to promote interracial relations so that within a few generations, every black Brazilian family would become white and Brazil would become a white nation. For example, take a look at this famous 1895 painting entitled Regenção de Ham, or The Redemption of Ham. In the painting, the black woman on the left had a relationship with the white man, which produced her mixed daughter, the woman in the middle. The daughter, in turn, marries a white man and produces a white child. In the background are palm leaves, which symbolize hope. Thus, the black woman looks to the sky and thanks that the black stain has been removed from her family. Many Brazilians today continue to subconsciously and consciously adhere to this ideology. With this in mind, I wondered if black Brazilians thought the life and career of Michael Jackson had a positive or negative influence on black Brazilian children.
A positive influence. The media destroyed his image, linking it to childishness. Here in Brazil, during his trip, he valued the people. Few artists would go to the Pelourinho, where the people are, and go into the shanty towns. And that's what he left behind here. He raised the self-esteem of the people of the places that he visited.
In his comments, the guy, Kelville, referenced Michael Jackson's 1995 visit to Brazil, where he recorded the music video for his song, They Don't Care About Us, in two areas of Brazil. The Pelourinho area of Salvador, Bahia, is a cultural landmark, a favorite tourist destination, and a former location of public slave whippings. Do you think the life and career of Michael Jackson is a positive or negative influence for black Brazilian children?
Negative in some way, because he was a person that didn't value himself and went through a process of transformation. He didn't want to be the person that he was. He wanted to change the physical at first, but the interior also, which is the most important. And then by transmitting those values, he fell behind.
Bem positiva.
Como?
Para mim especialmente, tanto que eu gosto muito
positive,
de rap, essas
for me
músicas.
especially.
Eu aprendi com
I like
ele,
dancing, and those dances that I like, I learned from him. And in Brazil, we had not seen black people having the kind of opportunities he had. So that was new to people, and that made people, kids, have more courage to do the things that he did.
The discussion of MJ's appearance and career also dominate online communities and blogs where Afro-Brazilians discuss various issues. In the black Brazilian communities of the social networking site Orkut, the topic of MJ still attracts hundreds of comments. Some of the responses get quite long and intricate. Now, given time restraints, I can't read many of the comments, but I will read a few of the shorter comments that caught my attention. In the community entitled Black Consciousness, a hot topic is entitled Michael Jackson, Icon or Traitor to the Black Race. On this topic, a girl named Thais had this to say. He was a traitor in the sense of denying his origin, even though in an undeclared way. He changed his hair, thinned his nose, changed his lips, and had several plastic surgeries to erase his black features. Having lightened skin because of vitiligo is one thing. Transforming oneself into a white man is another. Edgemilson had this to say. He has so much pride in his race that he rarely used white people to direct his works. His videos were generally with black people, he sang black music, and one of his greatest producers was a very competent black man and one of the best musicians, Quincy Jones. Audrey asked simply, if MJ was racist and a traitor of his race, Why did he record a song with other singers to help Africa? Referring, of course, to the song We Are the World. In another discussion entitled Michael Jackson, Black or White, Philippe wrote that he had shame of being black is a fact. Why is it that he wanted the mother of his children to be white? Daji got right to the point, saying he was black without a shadow of a doubt. Carla had this to say. Proud of what? He was a pedophile, changed his nose, and maybe used an excuse of a sickness that was never confirmed in order to change his skin color. He was a racist. The debates about Michael Jackson continue in many Orchid communities. In the community entitled Orgullo Negro, or Black Pride, there's even an online survey asking people to vote whether they think MJ's color changed due to illness or vanity. As of right now, 129 people think vitiligo changed his color, while 98 people believe he changed his color cosmetically. So as we can see, opinions about the King of Pop were as complex amongst black folk in Brazil as they are here. Being part of the world's richest, most powerful country has catapulted African Americans into the privileged position of being the most recognizable people of African descent in the world. But with that privileged position comes a certain responsibility. Let us all keep this in mind before we share images of ourselves that don't make us all proud. This is Mark Wells, and this has been the Brazil Report for My People.